Hi, this is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. In this video, we are going to look at one of my pattern starter templates. This is template L, and it is designed in a 1:1 ratio, 7200 pixels by 7200 pixels. This template will be available to download in my Patreon page. I also have this template and more in my Ultimate Pattern Maker Toolkit for Photoshop, which includes all of my Photoshop templates and actions to help improve your workflow when designing in Photoshop. And I will leave a link in the description below to both my Patreon page and this toolkit. Currently, I have my template open here with a starter pattern. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, Command or Control with the minus key, and then let's just go ahead and turn on our pattern preview mode. View, pattern preview. And we can see a repeat of this pattern. Here in the layers panel, we have our two smart objects that you can edit, and then we have this template folder with the various repeats here. So let's go ahead and edit our first smart object here. So I'm just going to double click on this icon, and we have our current shape here. Let's create a new layer, and then I'm going to turn off the visibility of those. And then we do have this reference layer here, because the smart objects do overlap. So this is kind of the overlap point. We're going to use that as a little bit of a guide here. I'm going to go ahead and add some guides. So I'm going to go to View, Guide, New Guide Layout. And I'm going to go with something big here. I'm going to go 18 columns, 18 rows, just so I have the point that I am looking for. And then I'm going to use the pen tool, and I'm just going to make a smaller version of this hexagon. And we'll just click on these points here. And then just to close it up, we'll click on that point there. And then I'm just going to hit enter just to say that my shape is done. And then I'm done with those guides, so I can go to View, Guides, Clear Guides, and then we just have our shape here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off that reference. And then I'm just going to add a shape to the inside. So I'm going to click on the plus icon here. And then let's look at our custom shape tool. So I'm going to right click, custom shape tool, hitting the drop down, scrolling to our legacy shapes and more, all legacy default shapes, and then coming to this nature folder. And then I'm just looking for a simple flower here. So let's go ahead and draw that out. And then you can hold the space bar if you want to make it, if you want to reposition it on the canvas with the space bar. Let's change the color of this so we can see it. Let's go FFF for white here, so we can see our flower. We'll make sure we are aligned. I don't see my align options here, so I'm just going to go to Align to Canvas. That will let me get my align tools here. And then I'm just going to click on those two shapes. I'm going to go to Layer, Combine Shapes, and then just subtract the front shape. And we're just going to combine those elements there. So let's go ahead and save this and see how it updates within our template. So I'm going to go Command or Control with the S key to save it. And then Command or Control W just to close it. And we can see our pattern has updated here. Let's go ahead and play around with our object 2. I'm going to double click into that smart object there. I'm just going to turn off the visibility of these layers. Let's go ahead and bring up a guide layout again. View, Guides, New Guide Layout. We'll just go with the same one there, and then I'm going to use my pen tool, P on the keyboard, and we're just going to use that for a point here. And then I'm going to change my fill, just no fill here. Stroke is going to be black. And then let's just play with our stroke width here. Let's go 20. And then I'm just going to hit enter just to finish off that line. Let's go ahead and duplicate. You can right click, duplicate layer. And then we are going to rotate that. So Command or Control T. And then I'm going to go just put in a 90 degrees here. And then let's create a new layer, and then I'm just going to add a little triangle here. Let's do the same thing over here. And then we'll go one more. I could always just duplicate them and move them, but I am going to just use my pen tool here. Okay, and so we have our little shape here. So let's go ahead and save this and see how it looks. So I'm going to go Command and Control S to save it. We'll jump into our template and we can see our pattern has updated. So this is a fun template that is built out of these two smart objects to create this fun repeating pattern. And then once you have your pattern, you can go ahead and save it. So we're going to go to Edit, Define Pattern here, and give your pattern a name, clicking on OK, and we can see it in our Patterns panel here. If you do not see your Patterns panel, just go to Window, Selecting Patterns. So let's go ahead and test this pattern in a new document. So we'll go File, New. I'm just going to use my saved dimension, 7200 pixels by 7200 pixels. And then we'll just go ahead and click on that pattern here. And then if you double click, you can always adjust the scale. Let's go down to 25%. And then if you want to change the color, just click on a solid color adjustment layer. We'll drop this one to the bottom. We'll make this one white, FFF. And then let's duplicate that, Command or Control J. We'll bring it to the top. Let's make this one black for the moment, and then just right click to create a clipping mask. And then we can just easily change out the colors here. So say we want it pink or maybe a nice blue, and you can always change out the secondary color here as well. So I hope you enjoy using this template to create your own fun, unique patterns. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. This is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. See you next time.